Hello everyone, my name is Corey Jenkins, and this is my commemorative speech. Now, the topic of my commemorative speech is on a business that has its roots in Japan, and as of today is currently shipping out worldwide. The product that they ship out is something that you might be familiar with because I talked about it in my first speech, and here it is. It happens to be manga. Now, I know this might not seem like a huge role model to a lot of people, but when I was young, the manga that I read, or rather the books that I read, the stories that they had within them really influenced me and really inspired me to a large degree. And I know it might be weird that, well, why don't I have like a real human role model or something like that? And it's not entirely true that those are my only role models. I decided to choose these role models for one, they fit with my whole Japanese topic or whole Japanese theme that have been in my speeches so far, and two, because they really did inspire me. As a kid, I would look up to the characters in these stories because honestly, they would talk about things like never giving up on your dreams or never giving up on a friend and things of that nature. And honestly, that really spoke to me because I value friendship and everything that it's about. And I'm sure there are plenty of other great role models, but I picked these in particular because they also have a connection with what I want to do with my life later on. As I said before, I love Japanese culture, and I also happen to like, this is also a part of it. So I really am inspired by the things that are written in here. Like in these different books in general, there's so many different kinds that anyone could just pick them up and read them, but most people don't because they think, oh, well, looking at the art, this is, just for kids or something like that, and we'll just brush it off. But when you actually look inside and read it, there's just so many different things in there. And so I'd like to take a minute to commemorate them because this year, in July, it will be their 46th anniversary of running in Japan. And honestly, they didn't get started here until 2002, around that time. That's when they shipped in America for the first time, which was a first for them. And so I thought it would be an interesting thing to talk about because when I want to commemorate a role model or someone that I looked up to, when I was in school, elementary and middle school, I would often read those books because it came out around the same time that I was coming up in elementary and middle school, and it really spoke to me. I had trouble making friends and, because I was an introverted kind of person. So when I picked up these books, I don't think I would have actually made it. They've helped me find friends with similar interests, and they've just done a lot for me in general. So I thought this would be a perfect time to talk about them because of the big impact they've had in my life. They really showed me just like the kind of person I want to be in life. They showed me and taught me all these different things. And it's funny because looking back on it now, when I honestly can't imagine not having started reading them. I began at first, I had no idea what they were, but they really fascinated me. And I really loved the stories within them because of, like I said, the things before that they talked about cherishing friendship and camaraderie and being the best you can be and giving it your all, regardless of the situation, and just learning how to overcome those struggles in life. And it might not seem that way, that just by looking at it, like, once again, like, just by looking at it, you might not think, oh, like, how can, like, a book like this talk about struggles in life or something of that nature? But when you actually take a moment to sit down and read it or like look at it, it really is telling. And I just want to say I'm glad that a company like Shueisha that has a wide variety of different kinds of genres that people can hook up with or, get to read or get to know and just meet the characters within, that it just really helped me out. And most people don't really know that much about it, but I'm sure that there's a whole bunch of other manga that, might get people interested. And the stories within just tell these enthralling tales and feelings of camaraderie that I really appreciate. And so I wanted to take a moment for this speech to commemorate them because last year was their 45th anniversary, and that was in Japan. But most people don't really know about it. I'm sure some people do, but not a large variety. And so I wanted to take a moment to talk about that because the company itself and the people that worked within the company all had a huge impact on my life. And so I thought this would be a great thing to talk about. So that's all for my speech. Thank you.